War does not begin with chains. It begins the moment a people forget who they are. But we had not forgotten. Not yet. Before sails tore the horizon, before oceans swallowed names, before silence erased voices that deserved to echo forever, there was a land that knew its people, and people who knew themselves, a land of red earth and iron will, of drums that carried meaning across miles, of voices that did not beg to be heard, because they already were, where kings wore no crowns, because identity was their power. These were not broken men. These were not men waiting to be saved. These were men of thought, men of trade, men of spirit, men who understood a truth the world would soon try to bury, that no man owns another unless he first forgets himself. They are Igbo, in the eastern part of Nigeria. In the Agumba kingdom, there was a prince. Not the kind spoken of in borrowed stories, not a man of soft hands and golden rooms. This was a prince the village mothers pointed to when their sons asked what a man should be. Children ran to him in the marketplace. Elders nodded when he passed, not because custom demanded it, but because something in them recognized something in him. His enemies, and he had a few, did not hate him out of contempt. They hated him out of fear. And there is a difference. He was built the way the Iroko tree is built, not for beauty, though beauty was there, but for endurance, for weight, for storms that would have taken lesser things. He had fought the Agaba warriors at the northern boundary when he was barely 20 reigns old. 3 of them, 1 of him. He came back with the marks on his chest and said nothing about it. The village spoke of it for years. He never did. A man who does not celebrate his own victories is a man who is not afraid of the next one. His name was Ugo. In the tongue of his people, it means eagle. And like the eagle, he did not chase what was beneath him. He waited. He watched. He moved only when the moment was certain. And when he moved, nothing could hold him. He was flanked always by 2 men. To his right, Obi, his shadow, his oldest friend. A man of few words and absolute loyalty. The kind of loyalty that does not announce itself but shows up every single time. And behind him, a little further back, always a step removed, Geechee. Geechee who laughed the loudest, Geechee who spoke the most, Geechee who knew exactly where to stand so that he could be seen beside greatness. But we are not there yet, because before the world fell apart, there was a woman. Her name was Adaeze, daughter of a council elder, noble born, and yet, she moved through the world as if titles were too small a thing to carry all of who she was. She was the kind of woman who finished your thought before you had found the words for it. She had a mind that cut through confusion the way a good blade cuts through grass, clean, certain, unhurried. And Ugo, this man the village called fearless, this man who stood before 3 Agaba warriors without flinching, became very, very quiet every time she walked into a room. Not because she frightened him, because she had seen him all the way through, and he had nowhere to hide from it, and he did not want to. He did not love her because she was beautiful, though she was. He did not love her because she was noble, though that was true. He loved her because she was the only person in the kingdom who would tell him when he was wrong, without apology, without softening it, and then help him be right. There is no rarer thing in the life of a powerful man than a woman who will not become his mirror. She was his equal, and he knew it. And he thanked whatever spirit placed her beside him every single morning. October 1802. And then came the night of the vow, a night the elders had blessed, a night when the stars were low enough to touch, and the air smelled of palm oil and crushed earth, and something ancient, something that remembered all the promises ever made beneath it. Ugo knelt before her, this man who knelt for nothing, and placed his hands over hers. And he said, "Whatever storms come for us, I will not let you face them alone. Whatever world tries to reach us, it will have to come through me first. And if it comes through me, it will find you already free." She did not cry. She was not that kind of woman. But her hands tightened over his, and she said only, "Then I will make sure you always know what you are coming home to." Belonged to no one else. He opened his mouth and gave her the one thing a powerful man rarely surrenders. His voice, unguarded, unhurried, completely hers. That was the last peaceful night. Not because anything had happened yet, but because in the morning, a trader arrived at the gates with news from the western coast. News that moved through the village like smoke. Quiet at first, then everywhere, then impossible to breathe through. The elders called a council. The warriors were summoned. And Ugo, who had slept beside the woman he loved beneath stars that had never lied to him, woke to a world that had already begun to change. He did not know it yet, but somewhere on the council floor, as men debated in urgent voices, one man was not listening to the discussion. One man was watching Ugo, not as a friend watches a friend, the way a man watches something he has already decided belongs to him.